And we're back with a hell within hell. So, I'm only really just saying this at this point because I have experienced yet another hell recently, in that I am playing Crash 4, and I just got the blue gem. You don't know the significance of that, but a lot of people do. And that is the gem you get in a specific level where you don't break any boxes in the level whatsoever.
That sounds difficult because a lot of boxes seem to be there for platforming.
Well, that, and also there are some in your way. Just like when you jump. So, like, that's what they're there for. And I'd like to point out to you, this also counts for checkpoint boxes.
Oh, that's very funny.
So, the issue, of course, you can still use the bonus room as a checkpoint, but like, that is way far in the level. And I almost did it first try. And then literally the last obstacle barely clipped me. And I died, and then I couldn't get back there for about 16 more tries.
Yeah, that's honestly the worst, when you just get the card run early on and just never get to live up to it.
I think it's the first time I ever actually cursed into my pillow.
That looks nonsense, by the way.
Oh, it is. This
But
is one of the
reminds-
reasons why I say Hill's Finest is practically impossible.
It reminds me of this person on Twitter who was playing Returnal and just had such an amazing run that they beat the game on their first run. And I guess that's always possible for roguelites, but that's still crazy.
The amount of
I mean, I have no idea how difficult the game normally is. So
the amount of
still.
accomplishments I've almost had first try in hard situations in gaming are just insane.
I mean, you play a lot more games than I do.
Yep.
Actually, no, you don't. Never mind.
What? Excuse me. No, I do. Especially considering what used to happen in the past.
Yeah, but I mean, because like I get a lot more stuff on Switch than you.
Yes, but
So
that
unless
still
you're playing a
doesn't.
ton
That
of PC
still
games,
doesn't
just
compare to the
possible.
sheer amount that I have already played.
Okay, I'm thinking more like in modern.
Oh yeah,
times.
now
But I guess
sure,
in the
absolutely,
past-
but the stuff that I've racked up, just I'm pretty sure you don't compare to that.
I mean, I guess it's hard to tell, but like I have been playing a ton of stuff now, even if it's just for a little bit.
I mean, did you specifically? Well, I went on a Game Boy Advance binge for a while, back in the day, for a lot of things, and
Yeah, okay, that kind of stuff probably does rack it up a lot.
yep. I also played a lot more NES games than you probably ever did.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So, oh wait, is this going to be one of the parts? Oh, okay, that's just unfair. For some reason, the fireballs here are put so specific where when you're trying to do anything, you're almost guaranteed to hit one. Like, how did you make the level design that cruel and yet seemingly so simple? Oh, here is the situation. This is so cruel what they have me do right here. And then this, it seems normal, except... there are so many...
It's not. That's not really good. If I jump, it's just you don't see it, and that's not very good.
Well, now I see it because, well, other than me just knowing it's there, it's like, okay, I happened to double jump earlier when previously in the level you're with how the gargoyles are placed, you're probably not going to do that. But then you still have this guy, one of the most annoying things in the game, and they place that wall there so you can't kill him to the left, so you have to do it to the right. But then you have a ninja over there.
It's like those sections in Only Up where the ground just falls beneath you, and it's just like, that's not quite, like, there's no way to predict that.
There was one level in Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog and it was the first level that I lost, where it's just like, oh, the ground's falling away now. It's like, I think I should have been given a little bit more warning for that. You're usually so good about that, but for this time, no.
I guess there's some instances where it's just like, that's the game, and that's the price you pay by engaging with the game on its terms.
Do you see that?
It's like, yeah, that's the...
That jump is so, just like, you really need to be at a good height there. But then what happens is that...
Is this a soft lock? Or is
no, you can get out from the side, except that it's not, the side path is not a path back in the way you think it is. And even then, it goes lower, I believe, than where you originally... Well, actually, no. If you can land it, let's see what goes wrong. There it is. So, I still have to go back through the gauntlet of enemies, and then the gargoyles, and then the gargoyles again. And you'd think that, okay, you killed all the other enemies that are there. And that was a misclick. I always do these misclicks in the hardest stages. It's so annoying. But nope, this just happened to be one of the times where they respawn. Because of course it happens to be. I'm so glad that they programmed that thing to die, but the ninja is gone, but the archer isn't. Why? I don't know. So I can't hit pound off the ninja anymore, and I have to kill this thing before it fires one arrow, and then we're back to this. You see, that has to be at the top, but I need to also clear this at the same time. And then, I almost screamed the loudest I ever screamed for a while at that moment.
Oh, you're very lucky you got that.
If I was...
It's like, I was gonna say...
What?
Actually, you do your thing first.
If I was basically... an invisible wall hit me this time, saying, nope, you can't go anymore right. Thanks, good to know. If only you put an actual wall there so I wouldn't make the mistake.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I can't really complain about, because like Noita is a game where things you can't possibly plan for happen to you. But that's a game where that's like part of admission, and so it's just like, are you willing to engage with the game that way?
Oh,
that's just
the
what
end!
the game is.
And then this happens. Luckily,
That's true. I mean, you're so close.
yeah. Luckily, this is one of the few times where the gauntlet is not the end, but rather the thing before it. But the problem is that those ninjas follow you everywhere. So even if you do the jump right, if you don't kill them, they will teleport to the ending platform and ruin you. I don't know if I actually show one of those runs off, but I also have to get these guys at the best height I can, so I can use the gargoyle. I honestly have been very lucky with the gargoyle use before, and then that happens. I could have lived, but I thought I wasn't going to. And that was just pathetic. Whoever made a delay on the crouch, like, I don't remember any time that actually helped functionally rather than just causing an issue.
I mean, that's usually how these platformers work. It's like, Donkey Kong Country is a platformer that
You
needs
see that?
extreme precision. That's very funny. Well, Donkey Kong himself, he drags his feet whenever he walks and he's jumping, and everything has a delay and everything has slide.
It's so stupid. Oh, come on! This is the type of stuff that's like, you know, when your parents say, "Oh, this back in my day, I had to walk 50 miles to go to school in pouring rain and fight off jaguars." This is basically it. Like, what if that was true? And yet, we're still not at the worst of it. Because I know you weren't paying attention to what the stage was actually called.
What's it called?
Little Asagi Comes Home. So, there is barely an explanation as to what this actually is, but I think there's enough evidence to point out that this might be an amalgamation of the different timelines Asagi's in the body of the Asagi that was cursed by Zeta in Makai Kingdom. And it's unstable.
Why is she so tiny?
That's the body she's cursed with in Makai Kingdom. The main character in that game decides that Asagi's not ready to be main character material, and so curses her to go work hard until she can. And in a body that's worse than her usual one. But, as you can see, she is incredibly tiny, and she jumps everywhere. And she is a vertical opponent, meaning that she only has a small amount of points, and points where you can actually hit her. She's also fast. She has many attacks.
Yeah, I was about to say, all this range stuff.
And the thing is that, yeah, you see,
she basically just goes to the other side of the stage.
She also has that close combat option where the slash lasts way longer than it has any right to. And sometimes, when you miss a hit pound, depending on which phase she's in her movement, she will just go right behind you and slash immediately, and there is nothing you can do. And again, she's a vertical-oriented frame. You see, I just barely missed her because she's like not even a block large. This is what you put after the end of everything? Something that fires almost as fast as a real gun? And someone that tiny? And again, not even the worst of it right now.
It does make sense to have one of the hardest bosses come near the end, at least.
But watch this. Do you see how tiny that is? And I am doing some of the double slash tech.
Yeah.
And here's the wall tech for the double slash. That shreds people. And we're not even at half health yet. That was 2 techs at once. One of them being a major one. And we just got past the 3rd health. And you hear how fast I'm doing this? I am desperate. And then this. If you leave her out for too long, she will go into her 2nd phase. Something I died before I could even show what that looked like, but I will show what it looks like. And the 2nd phase is one of the most garbage things I've ever seen in this game. If not the most garbage thing, for some specific reason. But here, I exploit the fact that the Prinny stuff, usually, if you do the exact thing you can to an enemy or a boss, then they will always do the same thing. So at the beginning of the fight, I die to her so many times I sort of get a rhythm of her first 3 actions, and then somewhat of rhythm for her second 2. But yeah, so part of the... I'm also cutting heavily. This is probably like my 50th death or something. The situation... Yeah, that's Zeta, by the way. The book, that's the main that's what the main character of Makai Kingdom is cursed to look like. He can grant wishes. And she wishes to ride a robot. Except that this is the only enemy that decides, hey, you know what? I don't want to be hip-pounded. At all. So when you get close to it, she will just immediately just like cover herself. And those things up there leave way too much time to actually way too much of a residue to actually exploit. And she goes way too quickly with that. So you basically have to do it while she's attacking.
Yeah, those blocks
and the timing for that is hard, and if
those
you
blocks
miss,
are very fast.
The jump that she does specifically brings her claw in so you don't hit pound off of it. And then the claw will come back out so you'll get hurt. It's unbelievably insane. Like, the amount of disheartening situations that the people getting this far would get in. Also, there's the fact that she is so tiny that if you jump too far while doing the double attack tech, then you can miss her entirely and waste all that time. And you cannot waste time in this stage. I have no idea how I managed to stun her out of that. That was amazing.
It's crazy just how fast.
What was that about fast?
How fast the match is going, like. You're both moving so quickly.
Yeah, but also look at the fact that her robot has the same defense that she does. So you have to go through the robot's bullcrap, including the machine gun there. And it's like you have to bait her to attack, but the window is so hard, and then she does that. And there's a way to actually make her boost toward you instead of away from you to make it easier, except that she will only do that when she's on red health. So good luck getting that. The fact that I was above her already caused her to go and do something terrible. And I thought, okay, I'm getting close, I just need to be careful. But it turns out that if you let the time go out too far. Also, she's completely guarded, by the way. You can't do the special tech. I'm calling data tech, but it's not. You can't do the special thing where if you're technically on the hitbox, the hit pound will count. If you let the time go too far, the robot will go and do something crazy. And during this moment, your hit pounds don't do anything. She goes to a third form, where she's on the radiator and starts shooting blindly, and you're supposed to deal with it. The thing is that because of how she's shooting, she technically barely ever shoots right in front of her. But because her bullets this time are specifically slow, they will travel with her. And so it will be hard to even get a bead on her. Not to mention, there was so little health, there's so little time left, that even if I did get her that time, She had enough health left that unless that form specifically has a defense drop, which I doubt, then I wouldn't have been able to physically beat her anyways. It's just unbelievably insane. And I want you to look at the result screen when I'm done. See how much it takes, how much it took me. A person who is A, good at this game, and B, somebody who can slash as fast as I can. Because that's something you have to realize. You have to slash near my speed in order to get anywhere with her. If you've just gotten through it just like, okay, I'm adequate at slashing, you will not beat this at all. But I get her at red health before the robot ones, so that she boosts towards me for her base attack. And even then, I still have to be the farthest possible away from her because she'll just do that again, constantly. And those Asagi missiles. I was doing a perfect run, by the way, up until that moment. And the problem is that the hitbox for the robot only extends to the actual middle of the square. Otherwise, it doesn't count. But it's over. Look at how much it took me. When I heard that cry from her, it was ecstasy. Look at how much.
186.
137 on the boss alone, while the stage only took 49.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Part of that is because I didn't waste time whenever I got hurt really quickly. I just realized, okay, I'm not getting anywhere, I'll just auto-explode. By the way, for some odd reason, they ran out of voice clips to give the Prinny. So he just repeats his standard attack clips. Attack voice clips for this one. At the end, where they had normal ones at the beginning. I don't understand. You see? That! Why? They really just ran out of time for this and just like, we've done the most possible. They'll never reach this part, so they'll never see how lazy we are this time. But it's...
We got you.
Finally over.
That was entertaining to watch.
Oh, I'm sure it was.